What do Indian aunties in saris and stock market bros have in common? Well, we both realize that gold is key. But here's the kicker. Indian women have been the greatest hedge fund managers that the world has never officially recognized. And I'm going to tell you why in this video. So stick around. Today we're talking about gold, why you should be buying it now, how Indian women have been doing it for generations, and why gold continues to be the undefeated champion against fiat currencies, paper money. Hi, my name is Yolanda. I'm a wealth advisor. It is my goal on this platform to give you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to manage money well, to live abundantly, and to build generational wealth. I'm the founder of this platform, Financially Fabulous Females, where we create financial literacy content from a South African perspective. I'm also the director of Solomon Wealth Management. We are a boutique wealth management firm based in Durban, and we help South Africans all across the country, even expat South Africans, get their money right from a South African financial perspective. If you would like to chat more about investments and how to secure your South African portfolio, click the link where you're watching this video or go to my website at solomonwealth.co.za and book a complimentary appointment. Oh, Indian woman and gold. And if you're in Durban, you know it's Indian men and gold as well. But the sheer pile of gold that Indian women have, it's something of great beauty. It's like finding a V8 engine in a Prius. And we're not talking about a few shiny trinkets here or there. We're talking about the big stuff. Indian women are sitting on more gold. And when I say Indian, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the real Indian woman in the motherland, right? I'm just part of the diaspora and we just copy and paste what they do. Indian women are sitting on more gold than the top 5 countries combined. US, 8,000 tons. Germany, 3,300 tons. Italy, 2,450 tons. France, 2,400 tons. Russia, 1,900 tons. Add them on up, you couldn't touch the amount of gold that Indian women have stacked. A recent report from the Oxford Gold Group noted that Indian households, driven by Indian women, own 11% of the world's gold reserve. I imagine if we had a complete financial reset, all right, Indian women would be swimming in it. 11% of the world's gold. That's more than the United States, the IMF, Switzerland, and Germany put together. It's like having a Fort Knox in every kitchen. But it's not just jewelry. It's tradition. It's power. It's a financial sledgehammer. It's security. It's a legacy. And most importantly, it's a hedge against inflation, against volatile markets, against a falling currency. So here's a graphic on the comparison of gold with inflation rates. And you can see since the 2008 crashed, gold has just soared, providing you with a greater hedge against inflation because gold is holding its value. In 2009, gold was trading at $1,300 an ounce. At the time of recording this video, April 2025, gold had just traded $3,350 an ounce. That's a growth of over 155% in just 6 years. And all this time, we've had the pandemic, we've had political turmoil, we've had wars and various political instability. Gold has held its value. And your paper money, your fiat currency, well, if you're holding South African rands, you know that that didn't pan out too well compared to gold. Gold doesn't rust. Gold doesn't go bankrupt. Gold doesn't require a bailout. Gold simply holds its value across decades, even centuries. It's why central banks are hoarding it. China's buying up big right now. And it's why Indian grandmothers never really let go of it. And it's why you should have it in your investment strategy. So why you should be investing in gold in 2025, why it's a hedge against inflation and against a falling rand. It's a diversifier in your investment portfolio. In fact, with all the topsy-turvy of the international markets, when I review my clients' portfolios, gold is the thing that's holding it together. It's a safe haven during global turmoil, and it's for long-term wealth preservation. How do you, the regular South African investor, get some gold exposure to your portfolio? Well, there's a few ways. Firstly, you can go the route of paper assets. And by that, I mean investing in gold ETFs and gold unit trusts. It's the easiest, most affordable way. It really is a low barrier to entry to get exposure to these gold ETFs. How the ETF works is it just checks the price of gold and it's regulated and it's traded on the JSE. Now, how do you go and buy it? Look, if you know how the taxes work around buying, selling gold, if you understand asset classes that will help you in your fund selection in diversifying your portfolio, if you have the understanding of taxes, yeah, and if you have a financial strategy, you can go to an investment broker and you can get your gold exposure. If you don't know how to do those things, then you sit with somebody like me, a financial advisor, that will assess your portfolio and assess your personal risk as well and see how we can diversify that into gold. It's the easiest, most straightforward way. Instead of putting new money into it, you can use what you currently have and just switch in to the gold paper assets. The next thing is you can physically buy gold. I like that. It's the Indian in me. And I specifically like Krugerrands. South Africa has been the largest producer of gold in the last century. By minting Krugerrands, the apartheid government was able to bypass the traditional financial system because these Kruger coins just made the South African wealth liquid. It traded, went across the world. During that time, the 60s, 70s, 80s, was a period of great isolation, economic isolation for South Africa. And the apartheid government was able to bypass a lot of that by trading with Krugerrands. The Krugerrand was the first gold bullion coin to be mass produced for private ownership. It became widely held and widely traded on the global markets. In fact, in the 80s, 90% of the private gold coin trade was dominated by South African Krugerrands. The Krugerrand was the first legal tenure of gold bullion coins for private use, and it brought a new way of trading gold in the modern era. In fact, not too long ago, maybe 50, 60 years ago, many nations backed their currencies with gold. So money that was circulating in their economy, the equivalent value was in gold. So obviously, more gold you had, the more money in circulation. Most countries have moved away from that. But you hear the BRICS people often talking about it, to go back to the gold standard where your currency is backed by gold. You work hard, you pay your taxes, and you still wonder where your money is going to. It's kind of like socks in a tumble dryer. That's where Solomon Wealth comes in. Whether you are planning for retirement, your kids' education, or looking to invest offshore, we've got your back. From estate planning to wealth restructuring, we tailor strategies to fit your lifestyle and goals. Don't let your hard-earned cash disappear like a cold castle at a rugby match. Partner with Solomon Wealth, where your money gets a plan, not just a prayer. So that's the two ways: gold paper assets, physical gold, and the last option, and I think my least favorite option, would be investing in shares in gold mining companies. So South Africa is a very difficult mining environment. Production levels have dropped. The unions are heavily involved. The mining charter is there, really crippling the industry. So if you want to invest in gold shares, my recommendation is look offshore. A few things that you must remember as a gold investor, specifically if you're holding a physical gold, is that gold doesn't pay dividends, it doesn't pay interest. It's a store of value. It's a great hedge against inflation and a devaluing currency. And also, don't go all in on gold, right? Just expose a portion of your portfolio to gold, and that how much of your investment portfolio you expose will depend on your risk levels. So if you want to make your portfolio bulletproof, I'd be happy to help you. Click the link where you're watching this video or go to my website, solomonwealth.co.za, and I would love to chat with you one-on-one on how you can get more gold exposure to your investment portfolio.